Hello, everybody. I am DN Molo. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah. hmm. Oh, the audio quality isn't too bad here. Hmm. 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 I wonder. Maybe. Hmm. But then again, that's probably a bad idea. Whatever. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Fables. Reading Fables. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna watch this video by TheOdd1sOut titled "Reading Fables." Hmm. Okay.
Marines locate, close with, and destroy the enemy. Marines are made for this.
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked. Unlock bigger screens.
Oh my god, just let me skip already. Yes!
Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into
Okay. Well, I have no plans for what to say in this video, so I'm just gonna say whatever comes to my mind. Which I guess is what usually happens with these videos. Alright, let's get right into it. Just like James just said right here.
Okay, so I'm just going to get right into the meat of this topic. I love reading fables. If you weren't paying attention in 10th grade English, a fable is a short story, usually with talking animals that have a moral at the end of them. A good way to remember
I prefer fairy tales, particularly the old fairy tales. Those, the real, like 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 the earlier versions, not like the modern sleek editions or the Disney-fied versions. No, no, no. I'm talking back to the roots, Grimm Brothers in a kind of style. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just find it somewhat interesting. But actually, I think this should be a big book of fairy tales somewhere here. You know what? I'm gonna pause the video and see if I can find it real quick. Ah, believe it or not, I found it. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, this very nice addition that my dad is, I think, huh. I don't know whether he bought it, or if my mom bought it, or if it was given to him or something. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, this is a very nice edition of, I gotta say, this is a very nice book. Very nice. Oh. Oh, yes. No, I've never actually read this whole thing, actually. One of these days I should read this whole thing. Huh. But I see. Now that might be a good idea for a series of videos. I don't know. I mean, would you guys like watch like multiple videos of me just reading like this and just reading all the photos here? A lot of them. Okay, not just really big famous ones. Like all of them. Just whether it be the Frog Prince or the Giant Donatello, or the more obscure ones like the Little Farmer or the Nail or the Young Giant, or heck, even the odd, slightly racist fairy tales like the Jew Among Thorns. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this is that we're dealing with some very old medieval German fairy tales here. If I'm not, And I've seen actually, perhaps I shouldn't judge a Jew-thon too harshly, because I have not read it. Though it might be racist. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, 36. 36. 36. Hmm. Well, I don't know if it's racist or not, but I don't know. I mean, these pictures kind of look a bit racist. I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody find this racist? Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back now. Right. So, let's see. Ah, yes, Fables, which is slightly different from what we were talking about. At least I believe they're different. You know, before we start the video, let's look something up here. What's the okay, attribute fable, fairytale, origin, usually attributed to Aesop or the ancient storytellers, derived from folklore and oral traditions. Main characters, animals, and inanimate objects with human-like qualities. Humans, animals, or magical creatures. So fables are like, it can only be an animal or inanimate object. Well, with fairy tales, it can be whatever the frick you want. Moral lesson. Intended to teach a specific moral lesson. It may be a moral lesson, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Setting. Often set in a fictional anthropomorphic world. Can be set whatever the heck it wants to be. Plot structure. Typically follows a concise and straightforward plot structure. Maybe it's complex, maybe it's intricate, or maybe it's incredibly simple. I don't know. Magical elements. Less emphasis on magical elements. It probably has some magic in it or some supernatural elements or whatever. Protagonist's journey usually focuses on the protagonist's journey or quest. And maybe it follows the protagonist's journey, or maybe it follows some other characters interacting with stuff. Historical context, not necessarily tied to a specific historical period, may be influenced by or reflect a specific historical point or culture. Right. And with that all sorted out, let's continue.
Is that the word fable starts with an F, and so does furry. So.
Oh, believe me, lots of things start with that. Like, And also, another word that starts with F is from, and let's see what else starts with at fair. For, from, far, Fromulin, frontal lobe. Frontal lobe starts with F, and believe me, I don't think fours have those. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But seriously, though, if you're a four, you're a real freak and and maybe slightly little bit of a.
Some examples of a fable you might have heard are the tortoise and the hare, Humpty Dumpty,
That's a nursery rhyme.
Pacific Rim, and the autobiography of Hillary Clinton. This
I mean, okay. Good grief. Yeah. Yeah. These videos are a lot more political than I remember them being like a video or two ago. We saw a picture of Trump. Now we're seeing Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I don't like her. I can't. No.
one's a fable because the main character is a bitch. I'm just kidding. Humpty Dumpty's not a fable. So there's this guy named Aesop, and he's best known for creating a bunch
That joke was good.
of fables. He's written over 655, and seriously, I don't know why for some reason we can't find the exact number. How many fables has he written? Over 655. Oh, so 656? Like, what's the rate?
Yeah. Well, considering Aesop lived a long time ago, when was Aesop? Frontline? What the heck is Frontline? That's not what I'm asking about. Person. Historical person. So, So about 600 So yeah, he was alive about 600 years before Jesus. So, wow. Huh. So he lived around the time, and then he died around that time in Delphi. And we don't even know if he actually exists. So yeah, I guess that explains why we don't exactly know how many fables he has written. Because I mean, one, he lived a long time ago, and just things get lost over that long period of time. So yeah, it's, in like the lesser known stories, aren't constantly getting copied and down and all that. So the originals and just end up degrading and fading away. And maybe they got lost, maybe they got burned, maybe they just fell apart and got some coffee stained on them, thrown away, got moldy, and yeah. So yeah, we but we do are aware of at least like 600 of them. So yeah. Well, we don't know how many, but we know that he has written at least this many fables. So yeah, that's the answer.
Range here.
Well, at least if he did exist, then he might have written around that much, or maybe only written like 300, and people just kept on tripping all the fables to him because he's the fable guy and he's the only fable guy we know. So, I don't know where I heard this from, Aesop.
Unfortunately, he has died, so he won't be writing any more fables. So why can't we get the exact number? Like, what the heck, guys? And he also had a very strong no photo policy, so no pictures of him were ever taken. Because he was born around 500 BC. I don't even think he knew what a camera was, so... Here we go, this is what he supposedly looked like. And what I like most about
Maybe.
Fables is that the wording is so like Shakespearean and old-timey, and it makes you feel like you're smart for reading these short paragraph-long stories. And even better, they have a moral at the end of them, so once you're done reading, you're like, oh man, that was deep. Like every single fable can end with one character dropping a microphone. Like the whole story is just build up to that one moral moment. Okay, so I'm going to read...
Wonder what it would be like in person. Like, would it be pretty cool, chill dude, or would it be kind of annoying and very much a moralizing person who's constantly criticizing you? Like, I wonder what kind of person he was. I don't know. I mean, do any of you want to meet Aesop? I'm pretty indifferent to the idea, but I don't know. I mean, if you want to meet and talk with Aesop, then let me know, and let me know what do you think it might be like. Yeah.
Some of my favorite fables to you guys. I'm not going to read them how Aesop wrote them though, because he had so many unnecessary smart sounding words when really all of his fables could be shortened down to like 3 sentences.
I wonder if those big smart sounding words are product at the time or just an addition by the translator to make themselves look a lot more smart and learned or something. I don't know. Who knows?
So here we go. Aesop's fables in my own words. Belling the cat. So there's these mice that get together and they're trying to come up with a plan to get this cat to stop killing them. And one mouse is like, oh, we could put a bell around the cat, so now we could hear it or something. And this other mouse is like, yeah, all right, yeah, that's cool. Who's going to put the bell on? Okay, so this one's kind of actually stupid. I don't really know what the moral is. Like, maybe no.
Yeah, I think the point is that, don't suggest that somebody do something, incredibly dangerous and probably stupid unless you're willing to do it yourself. That's the moral. Okay, the moral is don't suggest something unless you're willing to do it.
No one wants to be the person to sacrifice themselves for the good of humanity or my sanity or... Okay, here's my version of the rest of that story. So after the mouse said that, the other mouse goes, oh geez, other mouse, you're right, I didn't think of that. Well, I guess I say we all grab our toothpicks and kill the cat. At least that ending made sense. A bell? Pfft. How about you poison it? Or like move somewhere where there's not a cat in the first place?
The horse and the groom.
So there's this horse and a groom, which is not the wedding kind. It's an actual groomer who just calls himself a groom. So this groom spends all this time brushing the horse and making it look pretty. And he also takes some of the horse's oats and sells it for extra cash. Okay, stop right there. Aren't oats supposed to be really cheap? Isn't that a thing? Okay, so the horse is getting malnourished and says, you should really stop worrying about brushing me and more about feeding me. Man, that's deep, I think. The moral is, don't steal your horse's oats, especially if it...
I think that the moral is that you should care more about the health of the things you are supposed to take care of more than their parents. So, basically if you're one of those people who live in Hollywood who has a child actress or actor, that basically just make sure they're healthy and not constantly tap dancing to fill your coffers and whatnot. and also I guess you could also interpret as a criticism of those just child pageants and all that. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, it's I say it's more of a critique of the soccer moms and all that. That's the moral. Yeah, you're not really real smart with this, James, are you?
Talks. Like, you will never hear the end of it. The farmer with the goose with the golden eggs. So there's this farmer, and he somehow gets a goose that lays golden eggs. And now you might be thinking, what's with all these gooses that lay golden eggs? Jack and the Beanstalk did it. The Simpleton Brothers did it. Well, did you know that this is the very first time a goose laying golden eggs has ever appeared in writing? I actually don't know if that's true. I made it up. I mean, it might be true. I don't know.
I mean, it might be. I mean, it might. I mean, it's quite possible that it predates Jack and the Beanstalk.
It was 500 BC, you guys. It was a long time ago. And the goose only lays one egg a day. And the farmer gets greedy and wants more eggs. So he thinks, I bet all the eggs are inside the goose. So he chops up the goose, and guess what? There's only more goose parts in there, not eggs. Okay, so the moral.
Yeah, the moral of the story is to not. Well, basically, I guess you can relate this to, how Elvis Presley's manager treated Elvis Presley. Basically just like don't get too greedy, or else you'll just lose the thing that's making you money, because you in your greed you just ended up just damaging it. And that's the moral of the story.
Know how basic things work, especially if you're a farmer and you don't know how geese work, or at least be close friends with someone who knows this. Hey man, I don't think that's how geese work. I mean, I get how you might think this is a magic goose because everything about this is physically impossible, but we could already live pretty decent lives with just one egg a day. Like, we're already in the top 1% now. How can a goose carry around a golden egg inside of itself? Do you know how heavy gold is? If there's solid gold, can a goose ever have babies? This seems like an evolutionary dead end. The bat and the weasels. So there once was this bat, and he fell somehow. Aesop never really says how it fell. It's a bat. It can fly. Okay, so the bat gets caught by a weasel. Like one of these things? Okay, so you're saying that a bat gets caught by a weasel because he fell. Whatever, okay.
Well, weasels can be quite vicious, okay? And listen, city boy, weasels can be quite vicious. They'll eat chickens. Also, bats aren't that big. I mean, of course, it depends on the species of bat, but there are bats that can range in sizes. Like, there are bats about, this big, this big. And then, there's like weasels that can be about, this long and this high. I mean, I'm just saying that it's possible, okay? Weasels can be quite vicious.
So the weasel says, I am an enemy to all birds, and I'm going to eat you. And the bat goes, I'm not a bird, I'm a mouse. Oh, what are these things that look like wings? Oh, these? That's my blanket because I'm cold. Okay, that part wasn't in the story. So the weasel lets him go, but then it happens again with a different weasel, and this weasel says, I am an enemy to mice, and I'm going to eat you. And the bat goes, oh, tiny weasel, but I'm not a mouse. I'm a bird. And then he lets him go. Again. Sometimes Aesop wrote the moral you're supposed to take at the end. He did it with this one, and the moral verbatim is, look and see which way the wind blows before you commit yourself. So are you saying
So, I guess just
to follow the crowd? Like, go with the flow? That's not really good moral, Aesop. Also, why didn't the bat just say, I'm a bat, losers, and I can fly? Later, it's also teaching you to make up lies on the spot that contradict your first lie. That's how you get caught lying. Okay, so last fable.
Yeah, not exactly the best. Not exactly the best moral. Yeah.
The Fox and the Crow. So this crow has a piece of cheese in her beak, and this fox comes along and is like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I just love your feathers. I wish I could just hear you sing." This crow is now very flattered, and she goes to sing, and then the cheese falls out of her mouth, and the fox eats it. And then the last line, this is beautiful. The fox says, "You have a voice, madam. I see. What you want is wits." Moral of the story, everyone wants to steal your cheese. Don't let your guard down for a second. That would be a good t-shirt design. Like,
Yeah, I think the moral is basically, just basically don't fall for flattery. Okay, basically be wary of the yes men, the people that we're talking about, and just flatter you and just say how awesome you are. Because sometimes, a lot of times they're only saying that so they can get something from you and all that, and just they're just trying to trick you into giving them stuff and all that. You can see that happen a lot with both a lot when it comes to like various businesses and even politics. Okay, like you see that all the time. Like just people just willing to say, "Oh wow, well this guy is a great guy. Hey, how about I give you this thing, this really nice thing that I know you want, and in exchange, how about you let me do this one thing so I can." Because if you let me do this one thing, I would, it would definitely benefit you a lot, and all that. Basically, don't end up like Ulysses S. Grant. Okay, the moral of the story is don't do what former President Ulysses S. Grant did. Yeah, be very wary of just of yeah, just be very wary of people who may want to take advantage of your kindness. Yeah.
would say everyone wants to steal your cheese, and then would have like a silhouette of a fox and a crow. Someone
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good short.
make that t-shirt. I'll buy it.
Chipotle honey chicken is
I wonder if he has any merch like that. Like honestly, dude, you're the big YouTuber. You make that shirt and sell it to us.
back. Grilled chicken, chipotle peppers, and pure honey. It takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Ridley uses like 10 cameras, and he sits in a trailer and he watches A cam go to B cam, go to C cam, and he cuts the film in his head watching the monitors. And I don't think there's anyone else.
That's funny. First one's actual moral. Some things are easier said than done. Second one's moral. Appearances don't matter nearly as much as your fundamental needs. Third one's moral. Greed often leads to sorrow. Be thankful for the blessings you already have. Fourth one's moral. Assess the situation before making a decision. Fifth one's moral. Everyone wants to steal your cheese. My textbook says that Aesop was a servant to a stupid king, but Aesop, being a servant, could not make the king listen to him for his advice. So Aesop created fables to teach the king simple morals and lessons to help the king be a better ruler. Yeah, I feel like they just made that up. Well, or at the very least, they were listening to somebody who heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody who just made it up. Because they didn't know the actual like a reality. And yet it turns out the bats Actually, neither mice nor birds. At least according to scientists. And I mean, according to scientists, bats are actually more similar to humans and monkeys because they have thumbs or something. I don't know. I don't know. As far as bats are just bats. Okay, they're neither mice nor birds. A bat is a bat, and it's as simple as that. Huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, this guy gets it. Anyway, I'm at 3:18.
So there's this farmer, and he said,
Oh gosh, dang it, now I can't unsee it. Dang it. Okay, for the record, that is not a face. Those are 2 buttons on a pocket, but dang it. The one guy's straight. If, yeah, it does kind of look like a face. And I'm gonna dislike him now. Yeah, guess it dislike. And, thanks. So now, I can't. Anyway, with that, I guess we're done. So, I don't know, I guess, hope you have a good day, and, goodbye. Good grief, 30 minutes? Man, I really talked a lot to this episode.